Welcome to UCEAP 101. Your adventure starts here. This session will cover the key questions that students often have when they first consider studying abroad. We will also provide resources and next steps. For many, studying abroad is a life-changing experience. It provides participants with the opportunity to learn about the world and grow as individuals while boosting future career prospects. With that in mind, let's start with how UCEAP works. This portion of the webinar will highlight the benefits of studying abroad with UCEAP and provide an overview of the academic and financial aspects of the program. UCEAP was established over 60 years ago and is the official study abroad provider for the entire UC system. Studying abroad with UCEAP means that you maintain your UC student status throughout and do not need to take a leave of absence from the UC. You receive UC credit for the coursework you complete abroad, so the classes will show up on your UC transcript and count towards your UC GPA. If you are a financial aid recipient, your UC financial aid is applicable to your program costs. Additionally, you will have an extensive support network that includes your campus study abroad office, the UCEAP system-wide office, and our on-site contacts at each location. UCEAP participants also receive travel insurance coverage and have access to 24/7 emergency assistance.
So as we just mentioned, all coursework completed on UCEAP is guaranteed UC credit. And here is kind of a basic outline of the steps to make that happen. So first, you'll register for classes with the host institution abroad and share your enrollment with UCEAP so we can catalog each of those courses as UC courses. So we'll give them a UC course number, course title, and units. Then after the program ends, UCEAP receives grades from abroad and converts them to UC letter grades. We report those grades to your UC Office of the Registrar, who posts all course, unit, and grade information to your UC transcript, and it's factored into your cumulative units and GPA. Finally, you work with your college or department academic advisor to petition for the courses from abroad to fulfill specific degree requirements, such as GEs, breadth, or major credit.
The total cost of your study abroad experience will depend on you and your program selection. Expenses can vary by location due to differences with the local cost of living, exchange rates, and individual spending habits. But on average, a year abroad costs about the same as a year at your UC campus, and UCEAP programs typically cost less than other study abroad programs. Program cost estimates provided by UCEAP include your UC cohort tuition and just about everything we expect you'll need on the program, like round-trip airfare, visas, housing, and meals. As mentioned earlier, UC financial aid travels with UCEAP students, so those who receive UC financial aid can apply their grants, loans, and scholarships to their UCEAP program. Even if a student has not previously received financial aid, they may be eligible when they study abroad. You apply for your financial aid through the FAFSA, and the campus financial aid office will package your financial aid based on the program budget created by UCEAP. UCEAP also offers several scholarships that UCEAP students are eligible to apply for. One of the great things about UCEAP scholarships is that it will replace loans before other types of financial aid, and there are also other study abroad scholarships available through outside sources.
UCEAP programs are developed to help students accomplish their academic, career, and personal goals, and there are many factors to consider as you decide what program is the best fit for you. In the next few slides, we'll talk about some of the factors you should consider as you narrow down your search. So first, location is an important consideration. UCEAP has programs based in over 35 countries. So if there's a region of the world you're interested in or have always wanted to travel to, that could help you narrow down your options. You can explore the dynamic cultures of East, South, and Southeast Asia, the easygoing vibes of Oceania, the vast diversity of sub-Saharan Africa, or marvel at the juxtaposition of ancient landmarks next to vibrant cities in the Middle East. Europe features UCEAP's largest number of possible destinations for your study abroad journey. And finally, programs in the Americas range from major metropolises to small research stations in biodiverse regions.
Factor in your academic schedule along with timing of personal obligations that could influence when you choose to study abroad. The UCEAP academic calendar begins with the summer term and includes programs that run during the summer, fall, winter, spring, and year. Most universities around the world operate on a semester system, so you will find that many of the programs offered by UCEAP are semester long because of this. No worries for students from quarter campuses, though. You are eligible to participate on both our quarter and semester length programs. You will just be abroad longer when on a semester program, and your units will reflect this.
UCEAP categorizes all of our programs based on experience type. So as you navigate our website, it will give you a general idea of what to expect on a given program. There are several experience types for you to consider. So when choosing a program, it's important to ask yourself about your priorities and what you hope to accomplish while abroad. On an immersion program, you will be in class with local students and select courses from host university departments. With an international program, you will choose classes from a list designed for study abroad students, and you'll learn alongside other international students. Our internship and research programs provide you with hands-on experience that can be applied to your academic and career goals. And while research and internships are a built-in component of these experience types, they are also optional components of many of our other programs. Language programs offer the opportunity for you to concentrate on learning the language and culture of your host country. Themed programs focus on a specific topic or area of study. It gives you in-depth knowledge on a topic such as business, psychology, public health, or marine biology, for example. Multi-site is just like it sounds. You will visit and study in 2 or more locations and explore the unique perspectives in each site. And finally, with UC curriculum programs, you choose courses from a short custom menu designed for the University of California, while also meeting students from around the UC system. Now, as you are considering a study abroad program, it's important to think about how the coursework you could take abroad can work for you. So perhaps you're hoping to apply those courses towards specific UC degree requirements, such as fulfilling a foreign language requirement, upper division electives, or GEs. Maybe there are course topics offered at the host institutions that aren't available at your UC campus. Or maybe you've completed most of your degree requirements already, so taking classes abroad would be for personal enrichment. This planning is individual to you, your major, your goals, and where you are in your progress towards your degree. For this reason, when you begin the process of selecting a program, we strongly recommend that you have a conversation with your college or major academic advisor. Together, you can review your degree plan or degree audit, and they may have recommendations for when is the best time for you to study abroad and what kind of requirements you need to focus on completing abroad in order to stay on track towards your degree. Before submitting a UCEAP application, you should look carefully at the course options that are available on any program you're considering. And in a few minutes, we'll walk through the UCEAP website and show you where you can find academic information for any of our programs.
Studying abroad is a personal journey. Motivation, priorities, goals, and needs vary by each individual, and program selection should involve careful thought and preparation. Depending on your personal and identity-related circumstances, there may be additional details that you want to consider. How do you plan to fund your program? In addition to UCEAP scholarships, there may be other ways to help make your program costs more manageable. It is possible that some terms may have more aid available than others due to your campus's financial aid cycle. If you are a non-resident, summer programs do not charge non-resident tuition. If needed, there is an extended payment plan option designed to give students an opportunity to pay their UCEAP program fees over an extended period of time. Additionally, students who participate in an internship or research project during their program may be eligible to apply for a UCEAP award after your program ends. These awards start at $750 and recognize students who have distinguished themselves through internships and research conducted while studying abroad with UCEAP. Do you receive medical care or see a counselor or take any medications that you will need to continue while abroad? If so, you will want to contact your doctor well in advance to discuss a treatment plan for you while you are abroad. Certain medications, services, and specialists may not be available in some countries, so you may need to make other plans. If you receive disability accommodations at your UC, it is important to know that accommodations abroad are not guaranteed. Early disclosure is important. The process to request accommodations can take several months, and it involves working closely with your campus disabilities office and UCEAP. Are you transferring to the UC? Transfer students are invited to consider UCEAP for study abroad. Each UC campus has their own guidelines for the participation of transfer students. Some require that transfer students must first complete a term on campus, while others allow transfer students to study abroad as soon as they enroll at UC. Check with your UC campus financial aid office regarding their specific requirements. If you are a minor, there will be additional application steps for you and your parent or guardian to complete. Some programs do have age requirements, so confirm your eligibility before applying. Are you planning to bring a dependent with you? If so, be aware that there will be many logistics to arrange ahead of time for both you and your dependent. Due to visa, housing, and other limitations, certain programs may not be possible. If you are an undocumented or DACA student, you can consult with an immigration attorney free of charge on your campus to determine if study abroad is right for you. Plan ahead as the preparation process is complex and can take several months or even a year to complete. These are just some examples of things to consider as you search for the destination that best suits you. Planning early is key.
All right, so before we go over how to apply, I want to give a quick walkthrough of the UCEAP website. So let me go to the page. Okay, so this is the UCEAP homepage. There are a couple of ways to search for programs and program information. So under this Explore tab here at the top, there are three different ways on this tab. So you can search by location. We've sorted it by region. Within each region, we've listed each country where we offer programs. So you click on a country, you see all of the programs available in that country. Fields of study. So if you click on any of these, you'll see all of the programs where you can take coursework in that field of study. And just be aware that this list is obviously not an exhaustive list of all of the majors within the UC system, but it is some of the most popular majors or fields of study at UC. And then lastly, experiences. These are the experience types that we talked about earlier in the presentation. So say you want to do research abroad. You click on this, you see all of the programs where research is a required component of the program. And I quickly want to mention that we didn't previously talk about Global Start, but this is a new experience type and it is designed for incoming freshmen who would be studying abroad in their first quarter or semester at UC. All right, the fourth way to find programs is this Find a Program button here at the top. and it lists all of our programs here. You can see each program on this page with a little bit of information about the program. And then on the left-hand side is a series of filters that you can apply. And this includes all of the search options that we just talked about. So destination, field of study, experience type, plus others. So I'm going to run through an example of how you can use the filters to narrow down your program options. And the first filter that I want to draw your attention to is this courses taught in. It lists all of the languages that you can possibly study while on UCEAP. So say you want to take classes in German, you select this, you can see all of the programs where you can do that. But I find this tool really helpful for looking for courses taught in English. There are obviously the universities and programs available in English-speaking countries, so the UK, Australia, etc. But UCEAP offers a lot of programs with coursework in English outside of those locations. So this will help to show you everything that's available. The one caveat I have for this is that when you select for courses taught in English, it will show you all of our programs where you can take coursework in English, but that just means that there's coursework in English available somewhere on the program. It may not be in the exact department or courses that you hope to take on that program. So you will need to do additional research once you've selected this filter to confirm, if you're looking for courses in English, that there are courses taught in English in the degree that you want. So as you can see, we have a lot of options for courses taught in English, so we'll continue to apply filters. So I'm going to go to disciplines. Disciplines are just very broad academic categories, usually encompassing more than one academic field within them. So I'll pick international studies and politics. And then below that, you see subject areas, and these are the kind of more narrow academic fields within the discipline that you just selected. So let's go political science. Okay, that narrowed it down a bit, but that's still a lot. So we'll continue to apply some filters. We'll search by location. And this first filter is by region. So let's go to the Americas. Okay, that definitely narrowed it down a lot. 6 is a much more manageable number of programs to be looking through. So let me just show you what the remaining filters look like before we click into any programs. Experience types, we talked about that before. Term, if you have a specific term that you know you want to go abroad, say summer, you can select for that. And then these remaining 3 filters have to do with eligibility requirements. So say, for example, you want to go abroad as a sophomore and you're curious which programs sophomores are eligible for. You can select that here and see all of the programs where sophomores can participate, for example. All right. I'm going to pick 2 different types of programs. This Human Rights and Cultural Memory program, it is you can see the experience type, multi-site and themed program in Argentina and Chile. And then Tec de Monterrey, there we go. It's in Mexico and it is an immersion program. So when you go to the program page, you'll see the kind of basic program overview that you saw on the previous page, as well as kind of an overview about the program and where you'll study. So for further information, more detailed information about the program, we're going to use these tabs on the left-hand side. So under dates and eligibility, you can see all of the terms that are available on the program and then kind of a general timeline for that term. And then if you click on the drop-down menu, you can see the detailed eligibility requirements for the program. Academics. So the academic page does contain a lot of information. It will show you, what languages can you study in? Do you have to study a second language? Is it required? Is it optional? How many units do you need to enroll in while you're abroad? And then the types of courses that are available on the program. So this particular program, like I mentioned, is an immersion program. So you'd be taking classes with local students. So in this case, going down to the catalogs and resources section for an immersion program, you would find links to the host institution website down here. And at those links, you would be able to find course information course description, syllabi, schedules, that sort of thing. Now contrast that to the Human Rights and Cultural Memory program. Now on this program, it is a set curriculum, meaning all students who participate on the program take the same uh, 5 classes. And because of that, we've listed all of the classes here on this page, and each of the course titles is a link directly to the syllabus. So that is very easy, very straightforward. All right, on the rest of the academics page, we talk about academic culture and grades. So the timeline for receiving grades on this particular program, mid-February for fall semester, mid-August for spring semester. And back to the top. Housing will show you the types of housing that's available on the program. So on this program, you can choose from apartments or homestays, and there's further information about what those entail down below. Cost will explain, everything that's included in the cost estimate, and then you can customize your estimate here, fill in each of these fields. Cohort is the year that you entered UC. So once you've filled in all of these fields, it will provide you with a customized estimate to your particular circumstances. Support. So UCEAP offers a lot of support to student participants before you go, while you're abroad, and after you return. So between any of these tabs and you scroll down, you can see more detailed information about what all of that support entails. And then how to apply. This includes the step-by-step application process here. 4 steps. And then down below, it's just further detailed information about the application and acceptance process. So as part of the application process, you're probably curious, what are the deadlines to apply? So under the prepare menu at the top, that is the first item on the drop-down, application deadlines. And we have all of the deadlines for our academic year 25-26 programs listed here. And so just a quick note that we list both the date the application opens and the date that the application is due, the deadline when it closes. So pay attention to both of those dates. All right, a few other important places to look on the website. You can get more health and safety information. That's helpful. Paying for study abroad. Our scholarships page includes a lot of really good information about all of the scholarships that are available to students. So you can look through this. And if you have any questions about the scholarships that are available or listed here, you can always reach out to our scholarship team here at this email. Now, as you are, searching around the website and you just have some questions about UCEAP, at the bottom of any of our web pages is this general info@UCEAP email address. So you can feel free to send your question there, and we will make sure that your question is routed to the advisor who can answer your questions. Otherwise, if you have a specific country or program in mind, you can also contact the advisors specifically for that country or program. So under Discover at the top, and then Learn about UCEAP. On the left-hand side, we'll go to Contact, UCEAP Contacts. And advisor contact information is divided by country. So if you're looking to go to Argentina, you can see all of our advisors and their contact information. So you can feel free to reach out to us in that way too. All right, so that is the UCEAP website. We'll get back to PowerPoint.
So now that you know the basics of how studying abroad with UCEAP works and how to choose a program, let's move on to the application process. Once you select a program and confirm that you meet the eligibility requirements, look up the application open dates and deadlines so that you know when you need to apply. Keep in mind that application deadlines can be as early as 9 months before the program starts. The UCEAP portal will open at 9 a.m. Pacific time on November 14th to receive applications for summer 2025 programs. On November 20th for most fall year 25-26 programs, and on April 15th for spring 2026 programs. Again, UCEAP applications for summer 2025 programs will open on November 14th. Applications for most fall year programs will open on November 20th, and applications for spring will open on April 15th. Though you can create multiple applications, you will only be allowed to submit one application per term abroad. So this means you can only submit one application for summer, one for fall, and if you want to keep going, one for spring. Spaces and programs are allocated on a first come, first served basis, so plan to submit your application as soon as possible. Programs are open until filled or until the application deadline, whichever comes first. Most UCEAP programs do not have a capacity limit, so as long as there is space available and you meet all program eligibility requirements and deadlines, you should be cleared to participate. Students generally need to complete 3 applications: a campus application, a UCEAP application, and a host institution application. After you get approved for participation by both your campus and UCEAP, you will receive instructions for the host institution application along with other program details such as housing, visa, and program dates. On a related note, apply for or renew your passport. Many countries require that the passport be valid for at least 6 months after your scheduled return, and the processing time for US passports is around 2 to 3 months right now.
All right, so here we have listed a few helpful resources for you. First being that during International Education Week, which is in November, we will be offering drop-in advising sessions, application workshops, student returnee panels, and some program info sessions. So registration information is available on the UCEAP website. You are welcome to visit the UCEAP YouTube channel to access our catalog of helpful videos. We are also offering an Exploring Your Identity Abroad series with webinars throughout the year in collaboration with the UC Campus Study Abroad offices. And then lastly, here is a link to access the contact information for UCEAP program teams and Campus Study Abroad offices when you have any questions.
We hope this presentation has provided you with a starting point on your study abroad journey and encourage you to explore the UCEAP website for detailed information about UCEAP and our program options. You should visit your Campus Study Abroad office, their website, or the How to Apply section on any program page on the UCEAP website for information on application steps and deadlines. Contact information for campus offices is also available through the QR code on this slide. We also offer office hours where you can schedule an appointment to have a video call with a UCEAP advisor to talk about our programs in more detail. You will find the link to make an office hours appointment through the QR code as well. Once you have determined which program you are going to apply to, you can start an application by selecting the Apply Now button on the UCEAP website. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Our general email is on this slide. We will now move on to the Q&A portion of the webinar. You are welcome to send us any questions you have right now through chat or the Q&A box.